It's time to wake up and smell the coffee. Now, to truly embrace the theme of smell the coffee, I am, of course, wearing a coffee-colored pinafore. You are joined by Diana Master and Aina Raizakweyo on this beautiful, beautiful Wednesday morning. How are you doing, sweet?
Good. How are you?
I'm blessed.
Let's start our conversation by just what we're talking before the show started. You said that music is not meant for everyone. I tell you what. It might not be meant for everyone, but it is for those that are willing to grab it and run with it. I tell you that the most talented people are not the ones who make it. It's the hardworking people. It's the people with the drive and the hunger to make it, who make it. So it might not be for you, but if you are really, really into it, if you are willing to put in the work, I tell you, you will make it.
I understand that part, right? But then some of these things you need to have talent because imagine, right? I know people say everyone can sing. Like you just need to invest in a good vocal coach and whatnot. But then the problem is most people think that, oh, you know what, I have this talent. Just because I sing in my shower doesn't mean I can perform in front of a crowd or go out and drop a music video. Instead, I need to then be like, okay, you know what? I want to pursue a musical career. So I need to do these things. I need to invest in a vocal coach. I need to learn and, you know, even if it means I need to go outside of the country and learn all these new skills, fine. But then the problem is most of the time people just think, oh, you know what? I can totally sing. They drop a music video or a new track and it's like, okay, girl, or okay, guy. Even like with people that rap. Not everyone can rap. Some of these bars, it's like...
No,
to each their own.
Moral of the story is that everything can be taught.
Everything can be taught.
The only thing you cannot be taught is beauty. You can't make someone beautiful. You can't make someone ugly.
If you're rich, you can invest in a good plastic surgeon.
But still, you won't be beautiful.
I would say inner beauty is something that can't be taught.
Yeah.
Because with external beauty, like I'm saying, there's this doctor that's trending on TikTok, Dr. Kim, who does these surgeries. No, Dr. Kim is doing way too much on the socials. Like after 7 days, you're seeing this person and you're like, huh? What?
For me, I don't find that beauty that is artificial even beautiful. Do you get?
Yeah, you're like me. But then people are like, oh, you guys are just hating. And it's like,
we are hating, but like...
But at the end of the day, that's how I feel. You can't tell me, oh, but what you feel is wrong. If you find artificial beauty beautiful, that's fine. That's on you. We don't judge you. We're not going to fight you. But then don't come and fight me because I said, plastic is not necessarily beautiful. And I feel like really and truly, it becomes an addiction. It's so easy for it to become an addiction because as I was watching Dr. Kim's videos, I was like, maybe I could do a rhinoplasty. And I'm like, I've never wanted a nose job. Now where is this coming from, right? And then I was thinking, I was like, okay, then now after I get the rhinoplasty, it's like, okay, I think maybe I should do a facelift. And then I think I should do this.
I think it is addictive because you just keep wanting to look more and more of what you are not. Like if you have this image in your head that this is what I want. Beauty is supposed to look like. These are my beauty standards. It's like as as TV presenters, first you start off as just, you know, just trying, and then you realize actually
I'm talented.
And then you see CNN presenters and you're like, oh no, I can present like that.
I can
and then you start working at it. You so much want to improve and just want to be like this CNN presenter. And then you actually go on BBC and you're like, actually, no, CNN presenter is not the standard. This is not the standard.
We will always, I think as humans, that's just what we are. And just to quickly go back to like the whole plastic surgery thing, I feel like now, like imagine you get a rhinoplasty. Your nose looks fine for your face. But then now you get this new nose and you're like, it doesn't match with these eyes. So now I need my eyes to be pulled back or like I need a brow lift or whatever because these eyebrows don't match with my eye shape. And you just keep finding things that are wrong and things that you need to fix. And of course, surgeons capitalize on that because it's like, you know what? I agree.
You know what I recently discovered? That doctors are prescribing Ozempic Or is it Ozempic?
Yeah, for weight loss.
For weight loss. Oh my gosh.
Yes, but
yeah.
we will get into that later on. For now, we will be taking a quick ad break and returning with our top stories. Now, in what seems to be giving end times, Elon Musk's first brain chip patient moves computer mouse just with thoughts. Yes, the first patient fitted with a Neuralink brain chip can now control a computer mouse using their thoughts, Elon Musk has announced. The tech billionaire's company is exploring the use of implants to allow people with limited or no use of their hands to control phones and computers with just their minds. Musk revealed last month that the first patient had been fitted with its telepathy device. On Monday, he told a virtual event on X, "Progress is good. The patient seems to have made a full recovery with no ill effects that we're aware of. Patient is able to move the mouse around the screen by just thinking." Neuralink is now trying to control as many different mouse actions as possible using the technique, Musk said. He added that they're currently working on what they're currently working on can get you left mouse, right mouse, mouse down, mouse up, which is needed if you want to click and drag something. The implant was fitted in the region of the brain that controls movement and intention using a surgical robot. Once in place, the cosmetically invisible implant records and transmits brain signals wirelessly to an app that decodes movement intention.
What? I am lost of words.
Yeah, we
Firstly,
heard.
why would I want to be the patient for this to be tested
What's
on?
funny is a lot of people were signing up for it.
That's wild.
A lot of people were signing up. For me, when I heard chip and brain, I'm like, Lord Jesus, it's time. It's okay. I'm ready. I mean, it's good. It's a great technological advancement, and it helps, disabled people, whatever. But guys, no, we are advancing at a pace that is scary. It's terrifying.
So you put this thing in your brain.
Yes, a robot.
In your brain.
Yeah, a robot attaches it in your brain. And the wires or the threads that they use are thinner than human hair.
It just looks more dangerous than anything.
Like, why are you playing in my brain,
Like,
bro?
it looks so sensitive. Isn't like a mind so sensitive?
Your brain is it's
brain
the most
rather.
sensitive.
It's just,
yeah.
No, it looks way too dangerous for me
imagine-
to come close to it.
The reason they needed to get a robot to do the surgery or whatever is because human hands are not as steady. Like, you can literally veer off by 0.5 millimeters and it's done. You could kill someone or you can cause life-altering damage.
Yeah. Shout out to them for this new technological
I guess.
innovation, but like I will pass.
Yeah, no.
I will not even recommend to any of my family members.
It's giving Black Mirror, honestly.
But nonetheless, moving over to our next story, Kelly Rowland is no bugaboo. In fact, her rep had nothing but good things to say when speaking out on the Destiny's Child alum after she allegedly bowed out of the Today Show appearance at a last-minute over, you will not believe this, a problem with her dressing room. After 28 years of knowing her, the rep told E! Entertainment Tonight, Kelly Rowland remains one of the most kindest and amiable humans I've ever met, and I have had the blessing to represent. The statement came less than a week after Kelly was supposed to co-host the 15th of Feb segment of Hoda and Jenna alongside Hoda and Jenna was off. However, shortly before the fourth hour of the Today Show was supposed to begin, Kelly reportedly fell dangerously out of love with her dressing room. With the dressing room she was given, and had to be replaced with Rita Ora, who was also scheduled as a guest for the day on that show. We had 2 minutes to prepare. Thank you so much, Hoda, for having me and for giving me the opportunity to co-host. Rita wrote on the 16th of Feb on Instagram. A few days later, Hoda also addressed the debacle during the February 20th airing of their show, stating that she had great love and admiration for Kelly, who had originally signed for the hosting duty to promote her new Tyler Perry film, Mea Culpa.
Oh, the one where Beyonce was like, so proud of my friend.
Yeah.
And then she just posted
Pictures.
a picture of Kelly, and the rest of the carousel were her pictures. Honestly speaking, I feel like that's not
The real
prima
reason.
donna mentality at all, because at the end of the day, Kelly has earned her flowers in the industry. She's worked hard to get to where she is. There are things, of course, where it's like, okay, now you're just being a diva. But at the end of the day, if I need to prepare, I speak from an actress perspective. There are certain things I need to do to get into that space. Like, let's say it's an emotional scene and whatever. I need to be in the zone. I need to be, I can't have like loud noises or whatever. So maybe she has her routine that she needs to get into, and this dressing room just wasn't meeting her standards. So people need to stop calling people divas because I requested for a specific thing beforehand.
I mean, I beg to differ. It's like prima donna behavior. A dress room is a dress room. Do what you have to do. You are creative. You are booked to be here. You are promoting your own show. You are in the dressing room for what? An hour, 2 hours before you go on the show and get over and done with. It's not a huge deal.
But we don't know what unacceptable was for her. Like, what if there were like maggots in the room or whatever? Like, we don't actually know what is it that made.
But whatever was in the room, you could have asked for it to be removed. I don't know. It's just
Now, in the last of our stories, the reason I brought up maggots is because a Delta passenger was freaking out when maggots fell on her during the flight. A passenger on a maggot-infested Delta flight recounted the moment he set his eyes on a woman who was hit by the disgusting stowaways. She was freaking out. Philippe Schott, who was aboard the infested flight from Amsterdam to Detroit on Tuesday, told Fox 2 Detroit. She was just trying to kind of fight off these maggots. He said he looked across the aisle and saw at least a dozen maggots tumbling onto the woman from the overhead bin. Another passenger had placed carry-on, more like carry-on luggage, stuffed with newspaper-wrapped fish into the reeking receptacle. I don't know what was going through my mind. I was trying to process it. Disgust is one thing, of course, Schott told the outlet. We had to wait there for help to actually come, he added. They found out that there was rotten fish in there. Schott, a Netherlands native who lives in Iowa, told the outlet, I did see everyone's reaction to the bag being opened, which was just an immediate pinching of the nose. The man who apparently placed the stinking seafood then stood up and claimed it, according to the report. The passenger explained when he opened it, there was fish in there. The flight attendants took the foul cargo to the back of the plane, and the pilot notified the passengers that they were turning back to Amsterdam. Delta did not immediately respond to a request for comment.
It's the stinking seafood for me.
Why are you bringing fish on a plane? Like, guys.
You know, I've always wondered, why don't they allow us to bring, I know they serve food on the plane, but like it would be nice if we also brought our lunch boxes. Like maybe
a lunch box.
Like something for me to eat. Like if I don't like what you are serving, like let me have something.
You can bring like certain foods, like especially things that you buy in the duty-free area of the airport. You can bring those, like
pot course. On the plane.
Imagine before the plane even takes off, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking.
So I'm thinking this stinking seafood was maybe the men's spot because
but why did you have to put it in the overhead compartment? Like, no, guys.
I don't know.
And how? My question is, how did he pass through TSA? Because you can't tell me he bought that fish in the duty-free shop at the airport. He obviously came with it from home.
What qualifies this what qualifies us to call this fish stinking? Maybe it's just the original smell of the fish.
It could
it could be the original smell of the fish.
Then why did it attract maggots? That means it was rotten.
I don't know.
Like once you see
maybe
maggots,
it got rotten there. I don't know.
No, guys. Let's just be considerate, or better yet, just fly private. It's fine. But that does bring us to the end of our top stories. Now, after the break, Glenora Shapura talks to an image consultant.
Now I'm sitting here with the gorgeous Liz, the image consultant and the face behind by Liz Nam. Good morning and welcome to Smell the Coffee.
Good morning, Glenny.
I am so excited to have you, actually to be in your home, actually, since we are at your place.
Welcome.
To be fair, I don't know much about image consulting. So I was like, what? This exists in Namibia?
Yes, it definitely does.
What is the definition of an image consultant, and how did you find your way into becoming an image consultant?
Well, Glenny, you see, in this world of today, how you are dressed or how you look is usually how people perceive of you. And usually that also helps you boost your confidence. And that's where us image consultants come in. We help you integrate the two, where you can boost your confidence when people actually see that, oh, this person knows or looks beautiful in what they're wearing. And we then take your professional and your personal image and we integrate that and make it look good.
Now, on the note of, styling people based on, who they are as a person and also keeping up with the latest trends, how do you balance, making sure that your client knows about the latest trends and that this looks nice, this works maybe in the 90s, but not now, and also still catering to their personal style? How does that work?
So usually we actually very lucky we have social media, and that is one of the biggest places where you can see trends, because we do what we see and you don't actually know if that suits with yourself. But then in it all, we also need to do networking. In networking, we learn from each other in styles and trends. But for you to not lose things that are, say, historical, like for instance, for myself, I believe in the fact that you need to know where you came from before you knew where you're going. So I love checking the history of fashion. So in that, I know how to keep timeless outfits and how to integrate it in my clients' consultation.
I think people don't talk too much about timeless outfits because that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yes, it is.
So I want to find out, right? Because I know you've done this for like a hot minute. Has it been a hot minute?
It has been.
So just give us an example of a case. You don't need to mention any names, but like of a client that, you helped them, you gave them a look, a personal brand, and then you saw the differences either in their personal life or their career, if you have one such instance.
As I mentioned earlier, I loved the fact that I had a client that was a mompreneur, and in that she actually needed transitional outfits where she could quickly go into her meetings and then also cater to her kids. And she comes from a corporate background. She was working in a corporate world, and this comes from working constantly in an office to being in the outside world. So this client then managed to get fits where she could still run to her kids' school, and then she could still go see her kids and her clients. But then in that, she was still comfortable. And today she's still my client, and she's happy. She's happy in what she's doing. She has outfits that fit or suit her day, and she feels that she's very comfortable in it.
Oh, I'm just like, wow. I'm really impressed by the work that you do. I know there are some viewers out there, me included as well, that are a little bit worried. Like, I want an image consultant, but can I afford it? Getting into the financial aspect of it, how do you cater to each? First of all, do you cater to everyone's budget, or how does that work for you? Because not everybody has, people are worried, like, can I afford this or not? And I'm not saying divulge numbers, but like, do you work, let's say somebody can come to you and say, oh, I have 10 grand, and you are within that budget?
Yeah,
or how does it
definitely.
work for you?
Yeah, I mean, by Liz is we're not biased.
Yeah.
We have a niche. We cater to everybody. We don't have a target market. But one thing that I would always do when I meet up with a client, the first thing I'd ask is their budget, because I obviously need to fit in my fee, and then some of them would like personal shopping consultation where we'd have to go shopping. So I would need to know, and the most important thing about it is being realistic, because they need to know how much they actually have in their pocket. I mean, yes, the bigger picture is looking good, but can you afford it? But by Liz is very affordable. Can give you my rate card.
No. I know what you're saying now. I'm already like, hey, I need the image consulting. Because, I definitely love what you stand by, and especially embracing what makes you unique. And that's what the world needs more of. Not everybody looking the same, but I standing in my own truth and embracing that, and that someone else standing in their own truth and embracing that. And that's what you're about. And I totally respect that.
Definitely.
Can you give us, I know you mentioned a highlight with one client, but any highlight during your career as an image consultant that you're just like, wow, you know, those milestones that you had?
My milestone in my career are all the smiles that I receive from all my clients. I've had one yesterday, and what warms my heart was the smile that I received from them. So my highlight of every day of consulting is the smile that I put on all my clients.
Yeah, and I like that. I like that. Where can people find you if they want to find you? I know a lot of people want to find her. I want to find her.
Well, you can get me on Instagram. I have a page. My handle is by_Liz_Nam, or you can email me at liz.hey@outlook.com.
Now, before I let you go, you have to, let's say there's a young somebody who's maybe in high school, maybe primary school, whatever, you know, maybe they're also older, and they want to become an image consultant. What's your advice to them?
Well, my advice would be to never give up. And if you don't have the means to get a certification, or you feel like you can't start now because you still need to do something else, go for it. It's a beautiful career. The fact that you get an end result of making people happy, that repays you already. And I feel like, yeah, anybody can do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't want to do it. I just want to pay somebody to do it for me. So, any final words? I don't want to let you go because you're just a whole vibe to be with, and I get why you're an image consultant. I really get it. So, any final words before I let you go?
Well, I just want to say that I know most people aren't educated about image consultants. I'm more than willing to answer any question that any client has. But in it, I would also like to tell people to just, go out there and be yourselves. I know there are people that are insecure, where they feel like, okay, but my body looks like this. Is it really, or I can't go see one because I want to lose weight. There's no excuse, Pick up your phone, give me a call, I'll help you. We also help, say, if you want to do interviews, or if you've got a certain gig and you've no idea how to look like, just go for it. Call an image consultant.
Okay, you are going to be on speed dial in my phone. Well, after the break, do stay with Smell the Coffee, because Liz here is going to show us how to spice up our closet with one outfit. Huh?
Well, you do know what they say, all good things must come to an end. But that doesn't mean that's the end from InTV. We still have a lot more programs that you can watch and you can enjoy. And as for us, you can catch us again tomorrow, same time, same place, and we'll be ready to keep you entertained and company